Are you looking for the best Android TV boxes? In this video, we will look at some of the best 6 Android TV boxes on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Google TV Streamer 4K. Google's latest high-end streaming device is, no surprise, our favorite ever, 8/10 Wired recommends. Gone are the days of stuttering screens and apps that sometimes crashed on prior Chromecast models. Here to stay is Dolby Vision support, Thread router features that let it work as a smart home hub, and some of the best voice search I've used on a streaming device, apart from Roku. The streamer officially replaces the Chromecast with Google TV, but it still has the same casting functionality that made Google's original dongle a huge hit. As long as you're on the same Wi-Fi network, you can cast media from your phone, tablet, or laptop directly to your TV. That includes casting your screen or even photos from a recent trip to show your family. The interface supports virtually every app you could ever want to stream from, but I particularly like casting the F1 app from my phone because it lets me pick a specific part of the race. This device isn't designed like a dongle like prior Chromecasts, but is more like a set-top box. Place it on your media console, connect it to a power source, and connect an HDMI cable to your TV. The HDMI cable is not included. There's a button on the back to ping the location of the remote if you can't find it. Speaking of, the remote is longer and has a shortcut to access your favorited smart home devices via Google Home Overlay, so you can quickly see who's at the front door or toggle on the lights without hunting for the phone. It's a shame this device doesn't support the newer Wi-Fi 6 or 7 standards, but it's not a deal breaker. Number 2. Amazon Fire TV Stick 4K Max, 2nd generation. The 2nd generation Fire Stick 4K Max is the device you should get if you primarily watch Amazon Prime shows and movies. You can access any of the major streaming apps, but it's obviously tailored to Amazon's Prime content. It has 16 GB of storage compared to the last version's 8 GB, supports Wi-Fi 6E, and is fast and easy to set up and use. Like the last 4K Max, there's picture-in-picture for pulling up security camera feeds or controlling other smart home devices. Alexa is built into the remote too. There's an ambient experience feature that displays and cycles through art or nature scenes when you aren't streaming, and there's a large selection of collections to choose from. Wondering what that painting is? Just ask Alexa to tell you more about it. Number 3. Apple TV 4K, 3rd generation. Apple TVs are expensive, but they're worth the extra cash if you own an iPhone and buy movies and shows from Apple's library and subscribe to Apple TV+. This 2022 model, 9/10 Wired recommends, has a sleek interface and some seriously dope features, like the ability to play sounds on 2 pairs of AirPods with no sound in the room, or to watch movies together with a friend over FaceTime. The latest model also gets HDR10+, which means the most vivid color possible. The included remote control also now comes with USB-C charging, which makes it even easier to juice up every few months. There are 2 models to choose from, one with Wi-Fi and 64 GB of memory, and one with Ethernet and 128 GB of memory for $20 more. I'd spring for the bigger one, but that's just me. Number 4. Roku Ultra, 2024. I am a huge fan of the simple Roku interface, as well as the speed and stability that I get when streaming via Roku's apps. Because it is such a popular ecosystem, it has some of the most updated options, which makes for some of the best streaming you'll find. The high-end Roku Ultra was recently updated. It's now faster in both processing and in its internet connection, which makes it an excellent choice for folks who have a nice TV but are tired of dealing with a clunky interface. Looking at you, Samsung. The Roku Ultra supports Chromecast and Apple AirPlay 2 for easy casting for mobile devices, laptops, and tablets, and it supports both Dolby Vision and HDR10+ formats. That means you'll always have the best and brightest colors any streaming app can provide. The built-in voice control on the remote makes it super easy to find apps and shows, and backlit buttons make it easy to find the pause button in the dark. I also love that you can plug in a pair of headphones to the remote, so you can listen to your favorite movies without subtitles when the family has gone to bed. Number 5. On. Google TV 4K Streaming Box. Walmart's On brand is affordable, and this 4K box works great. It uses Google TV and comes with Google Assistant. It's a little less sleek than Google's first-party device we recommend above, but it does the job. You can set your Google Photos to display while in ambient mode too, if you'd like a version of a digital picture frame. It took longer to set up than the others, but that's the Google Home app's fault. Every time I thought the process was over, another question popped up. Be aware, this bounces in and out of stock. Another from Walmart. Walmart's brand has come a long way since the first time we tried it. While the 4K box is the cheapest, this 4K Pro is on par with other favorites at $50. It has 32 GB of storage over the 8 GB in the 4K box, and is compatible with Dolby Atmos and Dolby Vision. While both remotes have Google Assistant buttons, this one can be set up for hands-free voice control. No more tearing apart the couch for a lost remote. Number 6. TiVo Stream 4K. Yep, TiVo does streaming now. The Stream 4K uses Android TV, an older version of Google TV. Android TV categorizes recommendations by streaming service, and TiVo has its own menu too, which sorts recommendations based on genre rather than service. You can also search across all services. When we tried it, both Sling and YouTube TV could be integrated into the live TV guide, but now only the latter works. You can still use the Sling app directly though. There's a Google Assistant button, but no voice-to-text for filling in long emails and passwords. I like the remote, but my finger kept going to the TiVo button instead of the selection button, so while trying to pause a movie I kept sending myself back to the main menu. That might just be me. If you really hate Roku, it's not bad for the price.